Hi, welcome. My name is Nicole Vreeswijk, and I have a very special guest on my podcast today. His name is Robb Sikes. He's from Tucson, Arizona, USA, and he is the coach and the owner of Pivot 360 Integrative Coaching. And normally you would say your life takes a 180, but a 360 must be a very wild ride, Rob.
Yeah, it's true, Nicole.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, but
Good
good afternoon to
Good
all,
afternoon
all
for
of you.
me and good
Yes,
morning for you. Yeah.
yes. I'm in the prachtige Woestijn in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
Prachtig. So
Mm,
it's absolutely beautiful, sunny, everything's beautiful. Yeah, and then the 360 approach, and thank you for sharing that. 180 is just a turn, but 360 is the full movement in a
yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
So we all know in life we're always evolving and always revolving. So
Yeah.
360 was a pivotal moment for me when I created this company a long time ago. But yeah, yeah. And how are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and you said a circle, cycle. Circle. I want to make that a spiral.
Spiral. Yeah,
Of
yeah.
we're going up in a 360 and then a 360 and then a 360 and then a 360. So
Oh,
that's
I like that.
that's why we level up. So
I like that, Nicole.
yeah. Um, we know each other for a long time. I think now 2 years
Yeah, yeah.
we
2
connect
years.
through BNI, and
Yes.
it was awesome meeting you and talking to you, and yeah, we immediately clicked. So that was yeah, for me. And yeah, you speak about 7 or 8 languages. You're very
Yeah, yeah.
intelligent. So yeah, and you speak
Zevental.
Dutch. You speak Dutch.
Zevental.
Even, yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do this in English and some Dutch. So my subtitles are already struggling. They think, what is gonna be? But we do both. We are the
Okay.
people, we do both. Yeah.
I like that.
I have one question for you to begin with. What moves you or influence you at the moment the most?
Oh boy, thank you. I think it's what moves me the most is I mean, it's going to your realm a bit, energy, which is
Mm,
important
yeah.
because lack of energy, it doesn't create anything. It's just, again, a spinning and spinning and we're spinning.
Mm,
So I think bringing a positive, the proverbial positive attitude, positive joy, happiness, but also empathy. So I think that's a huge starting point for me.
yeah.
And when I prep a session, I always prep it with a half an hour prior. And it's always an empathetic approach, creating a mindset that's going to be conducive for the client and being able to listen
Mhm.
to the client. So that I think is huge for me, which is empathy. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think empathy, yeah, and listening, really listening is the most important thing for me also. Sometimes I hear myself in my head and I think, oh, no, no, just wait, listen, listen. Because our minds go quick, quick, quick. Yes, energy is the most important thing, and I agree, of course, because I'm yeah, I am energy. We are energy, and we can't do without it. But it's the way we send it out, right? The frequency, that's what it's all about, because the energy is moving
Hmm.
constantly around us, and the frequency you are talking about also, like yeah, happiness and empathy. That's of course love and gratefulness, but also being authentic. Because if you're being authentic, that's I think one of the highest frequencies there is, because you um, then you're not ignoring yourself,
Hmm.
and that's to send that out. People will really open up then too. It gives them the opening. No, how do you say that? The space to open up to,
The
because
space to
you
open
do
up
that.
to.
That's the same thing. Yeah, yeah,
And to say the willingness to accept it
yeah,
or to be open to it. The willingness, I think, is
yeah.
huge. And you were very helpful to me as a coach. in obviously our many conversations. And I love your blogs. I love your LinkedIn. I love what you have to say because it's so real, authentic. It's
Thank you.
very there. But the willingness for me to, or for someone to read it
Yeah.
and not say, just read it and see if it resonates and see how it permeates within our lichaam,
Yeah.
and that's very important, I think, to
Yeah.
us and our
Yeah.
brain and those types of things. So dankjewel for that, because that is being huge for me personally in my life.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Grateful to be at service. And you were mentioning the last time we spoke about the three brains. And my mind was immediately going, three brains. I know two. It's it's over here in the heart. And of course, yeah, I know now it's also the gut or the digestion, your dharma,
Yeah,
digestion,
what you would say in Dutch would be the how would you say gut? The
the
how would you
gut.
say the stomach area? Like gut, your gut
My
reaction,
gut
your gut feeling.
feeling, my gut is je onderbuikgevoel.
Okay, onderbuikgevoel.
Yes,
That's perfect. It's
yeah,
even better than what I thought
yeah.
it was. So
An
that's even
onderbuikgevoel
better.
is like the same as your intuition because it's a
Yes.
deeper knowing, and that comes from yeah, from your gut, from your
It's from
over
there.
there.
It comes
Yeah.
in.
I can't hold it in right now, but
Well, yeah, with the three brains, and thank you for that. I'm also a neuroscience informed coach here in the
yeah.
States. So what's really nice about having the advanced mastery in neuroscience is we learn about these three brains. And then there's a doctor in Australia that really focuses on the three brains, our brain,
Mhm.
our heart, and our gut.
Yeah.
And I love your question because when they're disconnected,
Mhm.
then we have a problem. And then we're not moving or functioning appropriately. And the first to go always, and you and I spoke about this, is your heart.
Yeah.
That's the first that gets disconnected. Then our gut, that intuition gets disconnected second. And then our brain is now allowed to just kind of take over, and it never takes over in the way we want it to. Now we're all of a sudden in our head, only in our head, and
Mm.
we're not being able to use our executive function of our brain, that prefrontal cortex that
Mm.
is so important. We stay in that back amygdala, which is the flight, fright, and freeze.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm good. It's okay. No problem. And nothing gets accomplished. When we work on the alignment of that and the reconnection,
Yeah.
it's a little bit chakra-y, kind of in that sense, because that alignment of the chakra is very keen to our licham
Yeah.
and to our brain. And
Mhm.
we really need to focus on those three brains.
Yeah.
And once we connect those three brains, as you know, we are now fully connected
Mhm.
and able to present ourselves from that wonderful executive that now has the power of the heart and the gut, that intuition.
Yeah.
And now we're able to look at things substantively, focused, and
Mm.
create something that's going to be sustainable. That was a great, thank you for asking about that.
Well, you're welcome. And you said something interesting because in the beginning you said that at last your mind is allowed to come in, but it took over because we have to learn, so unlearn, and we have to learn that the gut and the heart becomes first, or the heart and the gut. And then, so when the mind takes over, then you have to be conscious enough to say, no, 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 you're not, it's not your turn yet. Yeah. And then be silent for a moment and then feel into your body and then reconnect,
And and
alignment.
and as you know, feel is not a bad word. And what I think a lot of people struggle with,
Yeah.
and your practice and my practice, is they don't want to get to the feel, that
Oh,
vulnerability.
yeah.
But it's empathy. That is the true empathetic piece of our body. And there's this parasympathetic
Hmm.
um, that's happening. Our chemicals change based on where we are. So when we're disconnected, serotonin and dopamine and a lot and other chemicals that are flooding change and shift based on what we're telling it, basically.
Yeah.
So we can realign, reconnect. This brings up a point. I may be doing a series on realigning and reconnecting the three brains,
Mm-hmm.
basically, because I really, that's very part of my coaching practice and consulting,
Yeah.
really going into and talking to people about that. It is not anything, I think, in tandem with energy and mentoring is key here. Really looking at all sides of the spectrum and anyone that needs, I think, me personally, Nicole, you may feel this too. Everyone, I think, and I hate to say the word needs,
Mm-hmm.
I think could reach out to a coach and see if that's a good fit
Yeah.
because we
And
do
I
need a
think, sorry to
facilitator.
interrupt, but I think that
Okay.
in the US it's more common than over here.
Oh,
And,
tis.
and
Okay.
that's a shame because yeah, I also did it for myself a long time. I did it alone, and then your way is or your journey is longer than it needs to be. And on the other hand, when it's time, it's time. Sometimes you're not ready, and so, and people can or a coach can tell you many things, but if it's not sinking in or it doesn't click, yeah, and you have to be willing to work, really work on yourself. You have to be willing to lose something you have in your life, because when you change, the world around yeah, around you changes, and you have to be willing to go there, and that's difficult. It takes courage. And
And and it's an opportunity cost that you mentioned, and that was
yeah,
brilliant,
yeah,
Nicole. Giving up something for something else, it's not
yeah.
a negative. It's an
No, no, no. It's
opportunity.
just it's making
It's an
space.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same as making really space in your home. Get rid of the old clothes because it has old energy in it. Just get rid of yeah, some people have in your life, old stuff you don't use anymore. Just give it away. You're not gonna take it up with you. So make space, because if you make space, there is literally space for new to come in, and it's so simple. But yeah, people don't think about that.
And I also have a thing too, if I can say something. I like the space because I just felt freer and more open.
Yeah.
In my practice, I talk about pulling the shelf down. You know, when you have a
Yeah.
high shelf in the kitchen or in another room and you just can't see it. It has bric-a-brac and knickknacks on it. And you
Mhm.
just, oh yeah, they're pretty when I could kind of see them. No, bring it down. Bring it down and see what's on there.
Yeah,
Maybe they need to be adjusted.
that's
Maybe I
true.
need to take something and add something. That is also that willingness we dialogue about in coaching too, is being able to do that. It's again, it goes back to these wonderful things of it's about you.
Yeah.
You've got all of this inside of you from an integrative standpoint as
Yeah.
in coaching. You are the perfect being. You have the answers. I help facilitate that through,
Yeah.
just like with you. That's what I love about coaching, especially the integrative piece of it, because of how it purports really that relationship that with yourself, getting you to have that
Yeah.
full relationship with
Yeah.
yourself.
Feeling whole and help be self-confident. Yeah, yeah, self-confidence is yeah, key. If you get that and you love yourself fully, also the yeah, your shadow side, um, that's being authentic, and then you see your power. You know who you really are, and you're not you don't have to put on a mask for the outside world, because yeah, it's all about you.
Boy, I think you said that beautifully. A mask for the outside world. There's
Yeah.
this fear of
Oh my God.
something, and we
Yeah.
don't know, and we can pretend we know what that fear is. And then once we pretend or make up a story,
Yeah.
we can make it beautifully a large fear, right? So we kind of get caught up in that.
Yeah.
It is tackling that
It's
piece
programmed
of
because we are programmed like that.
we
Acts
are.
normal, acts normal. Oh, don't do that. No, it's not the way we are supposed to do. So, and that's so imprinted in us, and not only in this life, but also in previous lives, because hey, we were murdered for having an own opinion. So, um, that's a very deep layer, and that comes up. And when you peel that down, it's getting noticed, being yourself. Oh, being visible is for a lot of people. Oh, then you're arrogant, and that's yeah. You take one step at a time, like a turtle. Step by step. Slow and steady wins the race eventually. Um, but yeah, that's what we have to do. But we have to be eager to personal development.
And we live in deep coaching, we live below the iceberg. There's an analogy of an iceberg.
Yeah.
So above the waterline, below. Most of us live in below the waterline because of what you have just said.
Yeah.
Learned belief systems, whatever those were, however we were early programmed,
Yeah.
and we are comfortable there.
Yeah.
So we're comfortable being there. So with some clients, I try to get them at least to that portion of the iceberg where they can just kind of lay there and just kind of sit above the water just a little bit, breathe the air, kind of just feel that. It's a little woo-woo-y for me as an integrative coach.
Yeah.
However, I see the benefit of that because the more they can release and stay above that waterline, the
Hmm.
more those pre-programmed and those things that are holding them down,
Yeah.
they're able to say, wow, I can actually climb up the iceberg a bit.
Yeah.
So I create a very simplicity there. But yeah, we get comfortable in our grief. We get comfortable in our
Yeah.
negativity. We get
Yeah.
comfortable,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I've been there too. So, and it was very comfortable to feel anxious for me because that was the feeling I knew. So when something went right and I was feeling at ease, and I think, oh, okay, I wasn't used to that. And now when I get anxious, I'm like, what? That's way past. But I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, maybe because I'm more like the woo-woo than you, but but maybe
Who's good?
yeah, oh yeah, woo-woo is certainly it is good. But when they're lying on top of the iceberg, you can also say maybe try to observe yourself from above, so you can see what you're doing, and you just tune out and you see all of your actions and reactions and what you can do differently, because getting out of your comfort zone, that's where the growth lies, of course, and that's the
Mm.
most scariest thing, but that's what we have to do here on earth. Yeah.
And we have that negative, yes, and we have that 100% on that. It's not that you're having an out of body experience.
No, no,
It's
no.
just that you're able to, and you said it beautifully, you're able to see it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if we're spinning another analogy, if you're spinning in a vortex or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're looking up. I want to get out. You can see it. You can visualize getting out.
Yeah.
Are you choosing this vortex or you can get there? You
True.
can absolutely get out.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that, it does, I say the woo woo. What I don't really believe any of it is woo woo. I think I say that because that's a perception of others.
It's the
The other
programming.
saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's woo woo.
It's
Right.
that.
It's
I know.
programming.
I
Oh, no, no, no. That's scary. Oh, no, I don't want to give you my feelings. I don't want to do this.
know.
We're not telling you as coaches, as you know, what you should be doing. There's no shoulds, do, must. Here
No.
you go.
No.
It is asking those from an integrative perspective, it's asking those open-ended questions really to get you to think like, I saw a little shift there. What's happening with you right now?
Yeah.
And it's getting them to really dialogue, make the session. In integrative coaching, they're making the session,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
facilitate through that. And it can be completely like an aha. It's a total aha moments.
Yeah.
Aha moments and I don't know how to translate that in Dutch, but
Same.
aha.
We have aha too, like aha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It clicks, and the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Yeah, of course, because
Yeah.
when it resonates, in the resonation you feel in your body. So you learn people how to feel, how to recognize the feeling, and
Hmm.
to adjust to that and know what it means. I think
I
that's
agree.
important. Yeah. Mm. It's beautiful and integrative. Yeah, and it takes time to integrate. It's not always at that point. It is repetition, of course, but also yeah, you're talking about energy. I don't know what to say anymore. Sorry.
It's really what you're saying. I think when you get, this is a little bit of a tangent, but when you get an experienced facilitator like
Mhm.
Nicole and Rob, just throwing us out there,
Yeah.
who've experienced what we've experienced. I always believe experience is education. Most of us do, I think.
Yeah.
We experience something, we fall, we get ourselves up. What did we do? Don't do it again, type of thing, right? That's the very basic. When you have a facilitator like you and me, how we're able to facilitate working with that client to
Hmm.
bring them to a level that is right for them, not for us, right, Nicole? For
So
them.
yeah.
That is the what we say in America, the money. That's the magic. That is the highest potential that they've achieved. They.
Yeah.
It's never
Yeah.
I, it's they.
They-
But we also have to be whole when we're bringing ourselves into session.
yeah.
We also have to bring, we cannot bring a lot of the things that they're bringing, right? We have to be very present for them.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, is the active hearing, the listening, pinpointing on things. When you're speaking, I'm like, oh, Nicole, you made a really great point here, and reiterating what that point is.
Yeah.
I love you do that as well. We've always had great interactions because we listen to each other.
Hmm.
And I think we bring a lot to the table and have learned from each other. I love that. I
Yeah.
think that it's integrative energy. It's very powerful, absolutely very powerful. And I don't know if it's easier in the States for some people to, again, with the Netherlands, is there more of a apprehension of integrative and energy than there? Do you feel are people very accepting of that? Are they open to the concept or ideas?
Are
What
they
are some
open to
breakthroughs?
coaching or open to energy?
Coaching and energy and
Yeah.
mentoring.
Well, I think there is it's getting less, but I think there's more of a proudness over here. Like I don't need a coach because also from the outside pressure, I don't need a coach because then they think something's wrong with me.
Ah,
No, that this is also yeah, programming.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and what we have to, what our job is to make people feel worthy themselves, that they see their own worth and their own talents and their own potential. And that's that nobody's going to save them, that they have to do it themselves, like you said that. But that we let them see that they are worthy, that they are so worthy, and they are here for a reason, and they are important. Yeah.
So let me ask you, and let me know time wise, but and when you're approaching a client in the Netherlands, so again, different types of kind of mentality,
Mhm.
right? Or different types of things, and nothing negative. It's just we're in different countries, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So with folks in the Netherlands, and it's probably depending on the regio, the
Yeah.
provincie where you
Mhm.
are in the Netherlands, maar it's really getting them to, like you said, it's that what I say in integrative, that self-actualization.
Yeah.
That's the highest point of the Maslow's pyramid of hierarchy of needs, is what it's
Hmm.
called. When you're at the very top, that self-actualization. But you have a little bit more of a struggle, do you agree, with maybe Nederlanders because you have to go a little bit further in that exploration. Would you agree or
Yeah.
disagree that I
Yeah.
would necessarily? And okay,
I agree with that, but I also believe, and yeah, that we all have a soul mission. And for myself, I know I have a higher purpose. And now I have a client, she's driving 2.5 hours from Belgium to me, and uh, and yeah, and drives back. So we do 2 sessions. because otherwise it's, yeah, for her too long a drive for such a short time. But I believe in attracting in the energy, and that's why energy is so important. Because if you are really whole as a person, if you really do love yourself, if you really stand for uh, what you're feeling, what you're thinking in your authentic self, and me with my spiritual gifts, for me was really coming out of the spiritual closet. And when you do
Mm.
that, you are authentic. And that's why when people, when they're ready, come to you. So you attract. You don't have to search. You don't have to do the sales like that, because you attract, because you are. Like I am, you are.
I am, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very integrative, by the way. I am, you are. It's a very, again, these I statements, self-efficacy, self-awareness, self-assurance, self, self,
Yeah.
self. These are not negatives. It
I
seems
know.
like in some countries that I know, not necessarily the Netherlands, and even here,
Mhm.
depending on the region of the United States, right?
Oh, yeah.
People get caught up in these, oh, I can't do self. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Well, yeah, 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 because you are here, you exist.
Yeah.
And as an integrative coach, I'm all about you.
Hmm.
I'm not all about what
No,
was
no.
being told and those things. I have a being in front of me, a human in front of me
Hmm.
that I'm
Yeah.
focusing on.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because we don't have to, it's very individualistic. So I think those out there that are hearing this blog and excuse me, this podcast,
What
it's
is,
so individual.
yeah.
The joy of this is that it's an individual journey, period. You're on your own journey. We all are.
Yeah.
And whatever your neighbor is saying or your friends are saying, these are things you can share with them if you want to, or it's a personal thing. You keep it personal, but utilize, check it out, see if there's a benefit that you can do it, even with an intro discovery session. A 30-minute conversation with me can really help a great deal, seeing if that's going to be a good fit. Where are they on their journey? How do I need to create this package for them?
Yeah.
This journey or this idea.
Yeah. And where are they in their own journey and process?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, how eager are they
So,
to learn and integrate? Because sometimes, but yeah,
mhm,
some people go slower than the other one. Um,
mhm.
yeah.
And I think we bring this, what I know about you,
Hmm.
in a very positive way. Again, you and I early on, we connected quickly.
Yeah.
And I was instantaneous. And
Mm.
I am that, and I've shared with you, and I'm not that kind of a person. There's something. If
I
there's
don't know
something,
you any better. Yeah.
right. And um what we bring is something that I think is very we're authentic when we bring it. If I can say nothing else, like your viewers are seeing this,
Yeah.
knowing that you and I know each other. So, but I'm saying it from a truth standpoint.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I didn't believe it, it just wouldn't happen. And you know me to be
You
authentic. I
feel it
know
in
you
the
to be.
energy that you are.
Oh
Yes,
gosh.
you feel it, so you don't have to explain.
And
Yeah.
our sessions are, I know that for you, when you've shared and I've shared with you, when I've left session, if I did not prep prior to my sessions, that half an hour mindfulness,
Hmm.
just know too, when you're listening to this podcast, we actually do ground ourselves to
Yeah.
prepare for our sessions. It's
Yeah.
very important that we bring our authentic self to you.
Yeah.
You're going to bring whatever you're going to bring, but it's important for us to bring our authentic self to you, being present and hold right there, and I'm going to hear you and listen to you.
Yeah.
And I end session like you have done, where I'm like, you're excited. I mean, there's something very powerful that happens during those sessions,
Yeah.
depending on whatever journey they're on or whatever is the subject matter. And it's just a very, yeah. If you do that and you find a coach that brings that authenticity and you can see it, stay with them. Nail that down. Nicole is somebody that, if you're in the Netherlands, Belgium, any of the surrounding areas. I
Alaska.
only absolutely, oh my gosh. I only know one energy coach here in the States. Nicole is a completely, she's, if this is a positive, vibrating on a different plane. And that's a good thing. She has the
Made
experience,
me
the
all warm
mindset.
inside.
Well, it's true, Nicole. You've got this to be able to work with people who actually need it
Yeah,
and that have been struggling. Even in a half an hour session, 45 minute. I don't know what your session periods are. I have
it doesn't
multiple
matter.
types of session period. Okay.
Yeah.
I think any touch with Nicole Vreeswijk is going to be a touch of gold. I,
Hmm.
I I don't know how else to say that. A touch
I'm
into the
mel I'm
star.
I'm melting over here. So
Oh, no, no, nay, nay, nay.
yeah, yeah, but I'm still humble too. So yeah, but
Hmm. It's the truth.
I'm receiving it
Well,
with all my heart. Thank you so much. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. What are you having? It's not a milkshake in the
Just
morning, right?
just water. No,
Yeah,
it's just water, just covered because it's the desert, so everything sweats
yeah.
because we have no humidity. So yeah,
Everything sweats. Yeah,
during this time, yeah. I mean, it
yeah.
sweats the water. This is our rainy season, so excuse me,
Really?
change that. It's sweating, so our rainy season means that we have a certain periods of time where it rains.
Yeah.
de- Depending on what the levels are, and then it creates these ginormous rain. If you've ever been to the desert, it's just
I
stunning.
drove to it. Yeah, Dead Valley. Was there one night.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, that was really, really hot.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
And oh yeah, one of our first talks, we were talking about colibri and what the colibri meant for you, mean.
Oh, you got me there.
Yeah,
So, as you know, Polish was my first language and Swedish.
yeah,
So I spoke Polish and Swedish, then British English, and then blah 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 blah.
yeah,
Kolibri is also in Polish, meaning the hummingbird.
yeah.
And it is translates all the way down to even Persia, kolibri, Turkey. Pick a country, kolibri. You guys have that word as well. When I visited BNI Kolibri in Den
Mhm.
Haag, I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah,
in Den
yeah,
Haag.
yeah. You're right.
It was just magic for me because the hummingbird for me is beyond. I'm not a religious person, but it's spiritual and then some. When the Koli, yes,
The soul.
yes,
You talked about the soul, and of course, I'm all about soul. So that's why
yes.
I mentioned it. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
soul.
Donkeyville. I really, when the Kolibri, and again, we have so many here in the Vetstrike. Excuse me, the desert.
Desert, yeah.
When I see a hummingbird, which will sometimes come up to my window or right in front of me and just
Yeah.
hover,
Oh
it's
my.
magic.
Oh yeah.
It's just magic, and it's a
Believe me,
powerful thing for me.
and I know that
Donkeyville.
that's woo-woo, but it's a
It
sign.
is woo-woo.
If they come to you, eh, then you think about something, that's your gut speaking, and on your higher self, your soul speaking. So believe that, trust
And
that.
yes, and thank you. And that's the one thing that we spoke about too then too,
Yeah,
where I see it, I'm like, okay, and you're like, it's there for that's there for a reason. Either you called it,
yeah.
it was drawn,
Mm.
and then so I would every time I stop and I'm like, okay, what is this here to teach me?
Yeah, yeah.
What is the
What
colibri
is
here to show me?
what is around me, what's happening right now, and then when you ask, you get the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and the chemistry levels from a somatic standpoint,
Hmm.
and I go to that neuroscience in me, right? The
Yes.
flush of chemicals, how it changes the whole posture.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? It's like it's not arrogance, it's the posture of the
No,
lichaam.
it's yeah, yeah, it's the body. It's very, very uh
I'm
yeah.
like, dankjewel, kolibri, dankjewel, kolibri.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
needed you so bad. Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
you say about your body. I'm the last weeks I'm very busy at the gym 4 times a week. I'm watching my diet. So Yes, I think I'm really busy myself also with body, mind, soul because yeah, one thing cannot go without the other. So that's
Well, you
also,
look awesome. You
thank you.
look awesome.
You too. Thank you
I
now.
have noticed a transformation in the last how long we've known each other. I've
Yeah.
seen a progression. And you know what? We're human. We're not perfect. When we have things, we have things. It
Yeah.
is, give like I say here, give yourself grace. Who cares? You
Yeah.
went through it. No problem,
No.
right? Don't harbor it. Don't keep in it or try not the don'ts, excuse me. Try to move from that.
Mhm.
Try to move from that. But I definitely see it from a somatic standpoint and from a visual standpoint. Looking good, Frincha. Looking good.
Oh, I love you. Great talking to you. Well, if you have one tip for the viewers, and where can they reach you to have a conversation with you for your coaching? Because you're a very special man and very special coach. There is no one like you, and I can't give the perfect story like you were talking about me. But if you really need a special, yeah, woo-woo coach,
Donkey Bell.
no, no, no. You have to
And
be,
and
yeah.
and I'm global, so I do work in Canada. I
Okay, yeah.
obviously Nicole and I in the Netherlands. So I'm at
Hmm.
pivot360coaching.com. So I took out the integrative to make it simple. So
Yeah, yeah,
pivot360coaching.com, or you can go to Rob, and that's with two B's, ROBB, at pivot360coaching.com. And
yeah,
you can look at that setup. Just contact me to see if there's what's on your mind, how we can communicate. Zoom's great. I can set up a Zoom. We can meet for a half an hour intake or discovery session, I like to call it, and
mhm,
really get to know each other in that half an hour. And again, our time frame difference with the Netherlands, Nicole and I know this, is 8 hours.
yeah,
So we are 8 hours behind you.
yeah,
So if you're a morning person, I will already be sleeping. So catch me in the afternoon, Nicole, around what time? Like
yeah.
anywhere
Five
between
or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah,
in Netherlands, and here it would
yeah,
be in the morning 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
yeah.
I'm up early. I'm up at 5 a.m., which would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Four,
1 o'clock.
4 o'clock. So yeah, yeah. But it doesn't
So
matter because
absolutely,
it's
yes.
worthy, right? And you are worthy. So yeah,
Dankjewel.
you have to want to invest in yourself. Yeah,
And you can pay my pricing because I know this lovely person right here. You actually are getting what I call premier pricing. So I never, as a pricing strategist too, when I'm coaching consulting clients, we never say discount. It always puts kind of that spin on it that's at least here is very negative. It's like, oh, what can I get for something? You're getting a really great coaching session with a coach that's experienced at a premier pricing.
yeah,
So when I do that, so definitely if when you go on my site, if you want to pay for that package there, let's do an intake first.
yeah.
It's your call. All of my pricing is on my website. I don't know the conversion. I think it's actually,
At
is
this
it
time,
cheaper?
it's kind of fluctuating right now because I follow it.
Are we cheaper than
The
our
euro is now, I think it's 58 cents on $1 because I look because I'm in the crypto, so I look it almost every day.
58 cents on the dollar?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, that's so
But
that's
I would
okay.
definitely email me first, and we can chat about that.
You
So
know,
absolutely.
money is money. Money is also energy, right? Because
Cheers.
I also when I had a time when I thought, oh, I cannot afford it. And still, I found a way to do it. You know why? Because a money mindset, a lack of, feeling a lack of, you get a lack of in anything in your life, love, money, everything. So if you are in the energy of feeling, okay, I am enough, I have enough, and I know it's easy to say. It took me a while too to get there, but you have to trust that that it will come your way, and you do it for yeah for yourself. So, and that's the best
And
investment in your life.
I don't know what the environment is. This is just a side note, and I don't know if we're ending. Just a quick thing.
Yeah,
Money is definitely it can be right here. I don't know what it is there in the Netherlands versus the United States as far as economics. I'll just say
hmm
right here in the United States, it's a little tight.
right.
So when I'm talking to somebody, I'd rather have them reach out to me for a discovery call and let's
Yeah,
talk.
let's talk first.
I am not an unreasonable coach.
Yeah,
I really want to see a wholeness for my clients.
yeah,
And I really kind of like that you said that don't get hung up on those types of things because again, we create stories, we stay in it, we're vortexing going, you
yeah.
know, and
And
just have that
everything is
conversation.
negotiable, right?
Everything is negotiable. Have that conversation.
Yeah,
Always feel comfortable to say, look, I'm scared. Look, this is what I'm going through. This is what I can afford. You
yeah.
never know what the result could be in the communication, period.
True,
Go for
true,
it.
true. Well, I
I love that.
like to end it with that. I thank you so
Yeah.
much for being my guest, and yeah, we talk soon. So thank
Thank you,
you
Nicole. This is
and
wonderful.
goodbye.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Mwah. Ciao, ciao.